So today I went shopping. Found this for free. I am definitely not a pallet person, but I decided today is a good day to make a gravestone for the front yard. Looks all dirty like a gravestone too. I'm not really killing anybody. It's just for Halloween, just decorations. I'm trying to make this gravestone to be something fun and humorous, but I also wanted to make it pretty much free. So I got this pallet. It was sitting outside of a furniture store I work at, and there were a couple of them, and they told me, take them all. But I just wanted one because I don't usually make anything out of pallets. But I thought, a gravestone for the front yard, that's kind of an easy thing. Who cares if it's made from pallet? It's already weathered and gross looking. But I'm going to try and keep it simple and make it with something that anybody could really make with. So I'm going to use Jigsaw Black & Decker Special. Anybody could get one. Chip brush for a little painting. This is Varathane Weathered Accelerator. Decided can't hurt, and I have some, so I might as well throw some on there. You don't have to use this at all by any means, but that's what I'm going to use on here. And then nail gun. You don't have to use a nail gun. You could go the old-fashioned route. You could go real old school. Hammer. Nails. Also helps to have a crowbar. But even if you don't have one, you could use a hammer. What we're going to do, we're going to get started breaking down the pallet. And as you can guess, it's actually just breaking it down. And I was thinking there may be one other tool we need, but maybe not. We'll see what we can do here. This pallet is kind of messed up. I don't know who built this, but they missed. They got big gaps over here on each end. They still tried to nail them through. There's still nails left under there. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and take the jigsaw here, and I'm just going to rip through the parts that are attached, see where it goes. Also, I forgot to mention, make sure to have your eye protection. Also, I use my isotunes. So put those in, and we'll get to rocking. As you can see, there's a whole bunch of nails here that still have to come out. And I was thinking about just cutting them off since this was going to be an outdoor thing. But I think I'll just pound them out, pry them out the rest of the way. Handy little tip. Little, I don't know, holder thing with a magnet on the back. Get them at Harbor Freight. They had them there. They used to be free. So I have a whole freezer full of them. They're just stuck to my freezer. But just throw the nails in there. They don't come out. So fun tip. All right, getting to work. So the next step is to align these boards and div them out on how I want to make the gravestone look. So I'm going to just kind of divide them in half. Looks great. These are all darker. These are lighter. But the key is I want to have a spike at the bottom. And I want to have a little bit of an arch at the top, a line that cuts off. So, in order to do that, I'm going to keep these middle two a little lower. So I'll carve those out to a point. Okay. Close these up together the best I can. What I'm hoping to do is to cut these pieces off and leave an arch here. So we'll see how it looks when I'm done. In order to do that, I got a paint can. I'm just going to set that on top here. These kind of line up. Put that arch right at the top of these two. And I'm just going to draw that half circle there. that on both. Like that. And the bottoms here, these will come to some kind of point. Doesn't have to be perfect because it's just going to get stuck in the ground to help keep this thing stable. But for now, I'm going to use the jigsaw and I'm going to cut out these half circles. Alright, the next step that we'll have to do is we're going to cut across where these points come to. Make sure the tops are lined up, and I'm just going to rough it because it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be alright. So I'm just going to go there, and right there. Same thing on this guy. Somewhere around there. Somewhere around there. Alright. Let's get to cutting. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of these older pieces here that were left over from the ends, and I'm just going to cut them short so I can nail them across the back to hold it in place, maybe somewhere in the middle, I suppose, just to hold it in place. As you can see, we're just kind of winging it and having fun. So, who's that? Mr. Pachuto from Make Something that says, "Can we just have a little fun?" Well, I'm going to steal that line from him. Can we just have a little fun? And if you don't follow him, go follow him. It's Make Something. You'll learn stuff. And you'll have fun. Let's have some fun with David Pachuto. Anyway, here we go. Just so I could say this was real woodworking, we're just going to throw a little wood glue on there, help hold it together a little better. There we go. I'm going to take this and randomly set it in the middle somewhere. Take my nail gun. There it is. And I've decided I don't like how loose these are, so I'm going to cut another one of these and put it across the bottom. So I probably won't record that. I'll just hurry up and do it and move on. Alright, well, as you can see, I added the extra one on the bottom. A lot more sturdy. But here, this part will go into the ground, and all the writing, whatever fun saying we want to put, you know, like I'll be back or something. I'll think of something, or actually I'll probably have my kids think of something, and we'll put that on there. But I also wanted to weather this a little bit more, and that's where this Varathane weather wood accelerator, I don't know, creates a weathered look, aged look in minutes. I've never used this before. We're going to give it a shot, see what happens. So let me prep the table here, and we'll try it out. And I'm just going to take a chip brush, just cheap old chip brush, because this thing's all dirty and I don't want to get the dirt in my can. Stuff it in here. I'm just going to kind of lay it on here and see if it does us any good. Helps out or makes things worse. So here are the tombstones. I'll turn it around. You can see here will be the top. This will be the part that will spike into the ground, and hopefully that'll work. If not, we can always add something to it to keep it down a little more. But I'm just going to paint on here some fun names my kids and my wife came up with. Izzy Dad and Daisy Pusher. So I'm going to paint those on there, and we'll see how they turn out. Well, there you have it. Rest in peace, Daisy Pusher, and rest in peace, Izzy Dead. Funny. These are pretty easy to make. Made them from the free pallet. Just had to dismember it, put it together. Didn't have to finish anything. Just put on a little bit of this weathered wood accelerator from Varathane. I think it worked great for this project. You know, I used a hammer, crowbar. I didn't even need the crowbar. I could have probably done it all with a hammer. I used a jigsaw, but you wouldn't even have to use a jigsaw. I got this saw right here. I got it at a Habitat for Humanity place and Restore, and it was $5. So if you need cut, you don't have to have a jigsaw. You could use something like this. It just takes a little more effort. And I used a nail gun, but you don't have to use a nail gun. You could use a hammer and some nails. You always find some nails pretty cheap, so you could reuse the nails from the pallet if you had to. So there you have it. Simple project, fun. Kids will love it on Halloween. Put them and decorate your yard. Keep that rustic old feel with it. So yeah, go out, build some.